my head to you. Neither will I grovel or beg.
Don't force me to kill you. Rajani and your handmaids want you to live.
Rajani is no handmaid of mine. When she threw herself at your feet, she renounced her kinship with me. But I am not alone. My gods have not abandoned me. Not yet. They dance like shadows at the corner of my eye, and they whisper in my ear. I will go before the gods of my mother, appeal to them for aid, and call her fallen sisters back from death. And when I return, we shall drive you from this kingdom that is mine by right.
Where is Jeyne? Is she...
Vanished. She went to find her mother's gods, to appeal to them for help.
But they are long dead. Unless she means... The forest. The place you call the Mournweald. It grew from a seed of the first creation. Perhaps it contains an echo of our gods.
And this seed? Could it take the form of a tree?
I don't know. None of us were able to enter the forest, except for Jeyne's mother, and Jeyne herself. But I suppose it would take an appropriate form. If it gave birth to a forest, it might appear as a tree, yes.
Are you saying that your gods aren't dead? A part of them lives on?
Any fragment of the first creation would contain all the power of our gods, and perhaps a remnant of their minds as well. They would only exist as a potential, a possibility. But even in such a reduced state, they would be strong.
So the visions that Jeyne sees, the voices that speak to her in her mind,
they might be real, not dreams born of madness at all. The souls of our gods may be speaking to her, guiding her. But Jeyne's purpose, to take this kingdom as her own, that is hers alone. Our gods would never have counseled her thus. Perhaps her mind is shaping them, more than they are shaping her.
She thinks she can restore the other Archons to life, with the help of her gods.
Our legends say that no Archon could ever truly die. Their fires could always be kindled again if our gods willed it so. If Jeyne restored them all to life, she would have an army behind her.
Just how many Archons were there when your gods were alive?
We counted ourselves as numerous as the stars in the sky. Indeed, the stars were fashioned in our honor, one for each of our sisters. Or so the stories tell us.
We've got to follow Jeyne. How can we get to the Mournweald from here?
Jeyne built this place on the ruin of a Legion stronghold. I've seen one of your causeways in the dungeon below. The gate was hidden behind a locked door, but Jeyne entrusted her handmaids with a key. I have it here.
I tried not to harm the other Archons, but I couldn't be sure they survived.
Thank you. They are alive, all of them. Soraya is with them now. I know my sisters. They'll see Jeyne's defeat as a sign that she led us astray. None of us will follow her again.
Now that Jeyne has fled, where will you and your sisters go?
We shall watch and wait. My sisters may not all believe, but this battle doesn't only chart the course of your kingdom. It also foretells the future of our race. Do we follow Jeyne, the first sister of old, or a new road led by the prophet who walks at your side?
You mean me?
Yes. You may not remember your life before, but you challenged Jeyne's mother in the Mournweald. For that offense, you died. You were called back to life with purpose, as the harbinger of Jeyne's fall. I believe that you were meant to take her place. But we will see.
Martin, what about our army? Has the battle ended?
We've won, but only thanks to you. A few of Jeyne's people surrendered. The others all fled.
You're too humble, Martin. I didn't win your battle for you.
No, I don't mean to be modest. We held our own, but we'd never have swept them off the field. When the fire burst from the top of the tower, the fighting nearly stopped, with everyone straining to see. Then the fire went out, and Jeyne's army knew that she'd lost. They ran like autumn leaves before a storm.
Can we take the elevator down to the dungeon?
Yes. No need to stop in the chancel. It will take you all the way to the dungeon below.
I'm with you. Let's go and see if this causeway is still intact.
Made it out alive, did you? Not bad. Since you did old Fitch a favor, let old Fitch do one for you. Got some good stuff here. I'll sell it cheap.
I'd consider his offer. You won't have another chance to buy weapons or gear before you face Jeyne. So, one way or another, this is the end of our road. Shall we go?
Stay here, Martin. Someone needs to take charge at the Spire.
I thought you might say that. Meister Wolf doesn't lack for nerve, but the man's a bit mad. Seems wrong, though. We started this journey together. I would have liked to have been there at the end.
You're a good friend, Martin. Take care.
Remember, out of all the survivors of the Legion, the Radiant Youth chose you. He appeared to no one else. I think he chose well, and I'd follow you down any route. Goodbye, my friend.
Praised. You're here. You won't believe what's happened. It started just before we...
Is the chapter house under attack?
Not just the chapter house, more like the whole bloody valley. Something terrible is happening. It's like the sky's been set afire. Come with me. I'll show you.
Legionnaire! It seems that you've arrived just in time for the end.
We're alive, aren't we? Don't be so quick to give up hope.
Hope? You think I should have hope? Look! The signs are all around us. Stars are dropping from the heavens and we are all going to die. You see? It is folly to think of hope.
Jeyne Cassinda hasn't won. Not yet. I can still get you to safety in the causeway.
Causeway? But I thought only Legionnaires were allowed to...
You are a Legionnaire. And Lazar is under your protection, is he not?
Excellent point. To the causeway, then. I've always wanted to do this. To travel by causeway like the Legionnaires of old.
I'm happy for you. It would be a shame to get this close only to die under a pile of rock.
It's easy to get disoriented in there. Don't wander far from the gate. I'll come and find you when this is all over.
Oh dear.
Here, take this key. You'll need it to unlock the door downstairs. Until our paths cross again. Hopefully sooner than later, hey?
Judgment has come for Jeyne Cascinder. I do not know if we will survive, but Jeyne will answer for all she has done.